Hello, my name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO, Master Certified Wedding Planner, and also the lead planner of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. So we service New Jersey, Delaware, New York. We do destination wedding as well. We cater to custom events, month of coronation, full service partials. I try to work with my clients and meet them where they are. So even if we have a package that's not tailored to what you want, we can tailor a package to make it to fit your wedding needs and your event needs. But that's enough for myself. I have over 10 plus years in the wedding industry today, and I'm going to talk to you about how to stay within your means. And I find a lot of couple, this is one of the things that is very challenging for them. Um, when you're trying to plan a wedding, and as I said, budget is one of the biggest thing to me, and I think it's most important to your wedding. And I had a video where I talk about how to budget for your wedding, what are included in your wedding, how to break down. So I broke it down detail by details. So you can look at my channel and you can see that. But moving on with today is that a lot of people want to plan this grand luxury wedding, which is good, which is amazing. But the issue is you don't have the budget for this wedding. Don't kill yourself trying to have an event. It's nothing wrong with having events. You can have a nice, wonderful event, but you can go ahead and like literally drain everything you have to plan a wedding because then that wedding is not going to be fun for you. It's going to be stress. Because after the wedding, when you're supposed to be happy and joyous, you literally are not okay. And then one of the main reasons why people do that is that they're trying to meet up with the Joneses. Oh, I want to have the biggest wedding of the season. Oh, it's this long 3 day event and this 2 day event. So what? What are you trying to prove to? You're literally spending all this money on these people and they're still going to talk about you. There are people who are never going to be happy for you no matter what you do. Now, if that's something that you want, save towards it and work towards it. Don't use your credit cards. Don't take out a loan. Don't put yourself in debt to plan a wedding for people. Because you take a look at it, you are inviting 125 people or 200, some people do 250 people, and so on and so forth, to these elaborate events. It's a 3 day long or 2 day long event. Now, if you have the funds, go ahead, shoot for the style. But you're paying for this wedding. One, you don't even have any investment. You don't have any property of your own. You are behind in your bills just to plan this wedding. And it also go not so much the goal in life in general. Now, as a planner, hey, if this is what you want, we will plan it. But one of the first things that my clients come, I do a budget review where I talk to you about what all should be in your wedding. We'll talk about your wedding budget, what is important to you, how do we properly allocate those funds to make sure that you're having a stress-free wedding. That all your vendors must be paid at least a month before the wedding. You don't want like as a wedding link for you wondering like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this person or what I'm going to do this? So with that, it puts a lot of stress on you and you don't want that. So live within your means. Don't because you see these celebrities wedding, they are celebrities. They have money. And besides, most of the celebrities don't even have money. Most of the thing is either on money or loans or somebody paying for something just because they're a star and people want to see certain aspect of it. So don't get faced by the glitz and glams and things that you see and you just want to jump towards it and maybe you want to think that it's okay. And now, if you have it, it's fine. Like sometimes I will have a client who will call me and they would tell me, okay, what is your budget for this wedding? Well, I don't know. But what is it you're looking for? Oh, well, I want this large table. I want horse and carriage. I want this and this and this. And then they go on it and tell me everything they need for the wedding. Okay, so how much is the budget? Well, I was thinking maybe like 10 to 20,000 or 30. That's not a $30,000 wedding. If you want that, you're talking about you're gonna need about 50 to $100,000 for the wedding. But you cannot expect to have all of that and then you just want to come. So where do you think this? How am I gonna magically plan that? If you want luxury photographer come with a price. If you want dove flying in the sky, those things comes at a cost. So if you want this, you can definitely have it, but stay within your means. And another thing is that don't let people discourage you from what is it that you want. If this is something that you want and you can afford it, if it's going to make you happy, go for it. It's your day. Because sometimes people have the way to sway you from taking it away for something that's most important to you. And that kind of put a little damper on it because you feel like, oh, well, I don't want to disappoint a family member. I don't want to disappoint it. But then they take away for some of the things that you do need. So plan properly. Sit with the people, as I say, sit with those who are paying for the wedding. What if it's you and your spouse? What if it's your parents? What if it's your fiance parents? You or family member. Before you start to plan the wedding, make sure you do that. And one thing I always tell every client, even if you have family member that are paying for stuff, always have backup. So what if you have your dad say, okay, well, we're gonna pay for the wedding, but we can only pay for $40,000 of it, the wedding. Okay, but you want a $60,000 wedding, then you can add an additional 10% on there. So those are the things. If you say, okay, well, I want to spend $100,000 for my wedding, that's fine. You can do it. If you say you want 300,000, you can plan as much as you want. A $300,000 wedding or from a $30,000 wedding, the only difference things that people don't understand is that you just get more finer stuff and more high quality things. That's the difference. It's still the same wedding. It's still going to have the same officiant. It's still going to have the same 5 hours of ceremony. It's just that the things that you're going to use is just going to be a little more glitz and glam and luxury. So you are still having the same wedding. Make sure that it's intimate. Make sure that when I mean intimate, I mean like it have to be small. Make sure it's what you want. Don't invite people just because you want people to come or they have to come. And then when it comes, they don't really care. They're not there for your celebration. Or sometimes you plan for 150 people and these people don't show up to your wedding. And in the end, you got all this large cost. But make sure the people you're inviting are the people that you truly want to be there. And then the people that are truly going to be happy for you. So live within your means. And as I stated in my previous video, you plan all this wedding, you can barely go on vacation. You can't even go on your honeymoon. You say, oh, I'm going to delay for a year. All because you're trying to make other people happy. You are so stressed. Most brides are supposed to have that bright glow, that feeling, that shiny, that glimmer, just make you feel like, oh my God, it's a wedding day. But you and your spouse are so stressed because you're added so much more financial pressure on you guys that you can't even relax. You can't enjoy to eat your food. You are sitting there thinking how you're going to do this. And you think about, okay, well, after the wedding, how we're going to pay our bills? Well, okay, I would take a part-time job. Don't take a part-time job to plan a wedding. It's a lot. If you have to wait a year, wait a year. If you think you're going to wait 2 years to plan your wedding to get the right amount of wedding you want, fine. But do it smaller. Make sure it goes well. Because in the end, you're just wasting your time. This is about you. It's about your day. It's not about other people. It's about you and your fiance. Yes, the other people are there to celebrate and glitz. But think about it, how much money we are spending just to rub our cheeks and our noses with the Joneses. And half of these people that you're trying to impress, they barely got it themselves. It's just a show. It's like you're funny on Instagram, you're trying to act like on social media, you think trying to act like you got all that. But they don't have anything, it's just all a game of charade, a facade. So live within your means. And this goes for life. It don't even have to be a wedding. In everything you do, live when you're big. Who cares if you're not driving a $100,000 car? What does it matter? Whether you got a $100,000 car or you got a $30,000 car, it's still taking you from point A to point B. You got this car, you're paying a high insurance, high car note, and you just can't make it because you're trying to prove something to somebody. Live within your means. Don't stay in these apartments. These don't get these name brand stuff just because you want to act like you have it or you want to fake it till you make it. But in the end, you barely drown. You can't even properly. Your bank account is just dancing. You got all your own trash is just running in and out of your account. You can barely keep up with your bills because you're trying to please people. Live within your means. Don't worry about what other people think. People will still talk, whether you got it or not. They will still talk about you. Thank you for watching. As I said, my name is Linda Gunner. I am the lead planner of Linda Professional Creation. Please subscribe, share, and like to my channel. I have a bridal seminar where I can teach couple how to plan a wedding from start to finish. You can also sign up for a free 30-minute consultation at my website to get a chance to talk to me about your upcoming events. Thank you and have an amazing day. Bye.